everyone, welcome to the next video in the series from Moon Valley by Maria Trolle using Polychromos pencils, and we're going to be working on the leaves in our sphere today to give them a little bit more interest and shape and things like that. So they were done, I think, I'm just checking, in the May green, so we're not going to use May green now, we're going to use slightly darker pencil. I think I'm going to grab this one. This is the chromium green opaque. It does work rather well with the May green, but it isn't as dark as the chrome oxide green, which is what we used for our background area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work around my sphere on the different pieces, giving them a little bit of darker areas. I am going to come in closer so that you can see. I've just got to hope I can remember to move the book. So we're going to work on this sort of quadrant first. I'm going to start right up here by Little Girl and just make the bottoms and where the leaves are near each other a little bit darker. Now it's a little bit random what I'm doing, so you don't have to copy me exactly. It's just giving it a second shade of colour really. So basically making the bottom of each leaf a little bit darker, and there we go. And this one I'm still going to do at the bottom, okay, so really all of it's going to be at the bottom. I think that will make it easier for me to just work through it really and just, you know, add a little bit of interest, depth and different colour really to each little bit. And I don't think it will take as long as it did to colour in the page originally, but we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. But I find it quite mesmerising just working through each one. Now here our butterflies' antennae are getting rather sort of disappearing a little bit, aren't they, under all this dark colour that's going on. I think I do it at the base of each of these actually. But that's okay. You could choose that when you finished the sort of page to make those stand out a little bit, perhaps with some white pen or silver, something like that, so they stand out. You could even go over them with a black pen, because we've been colouring over the top of them with other colours, it sort of fades back that black. So if you use a black pen on top, even making them perhaps just a teensy bit thicker, they'll stand out more. Right, can you see already? I feel that this looks a lot better than this. I hope you can see that, and if you don't agree and you prefer it without these marks, then that's fine. You leave yours how you wish. It's your own piece. Just because you might be, if you're following along, you can use your own creativity to make little tweaks and changes. I see a lot of people do that and I really like it. It not only allows you, gives you a license to put in your own favourite colours rather than mine, and little things that perhaps I've done that you don't like. You don't have to like everything, or you know, you've always do your fairies in pink or something, you know, do your own thing a little bit. And as I say, it just adds that little creative touch to your own work, and then you're not copying, you know. I find that I don't do that when I'm following tutorials. I always follow them to the letter, unless say I haven't got that colour, something like that, or I might miss out the background. Hands up if you've done that, or that sort of thing. But generally I follow it exactly rather than doing my own thing, because I tend to do tutorials so I learn something new, so I want to do what that person did, and it sort of inspires me a little bit, and might mean that I add something a little bit different to my picture. I think down there should be this colour, but I did it the background colour. You know, add something a little different, that sort of thing. And we're going to move across a bit so you can see the top of that. So I think it's always a good thing even if you're just watching and not colouring, you can pick up little hints and tips. And always just a bit of inspiration, hopefully. Even if you're not going to be doing this, you don't know what I'm doing, doesn't matter, you don't have these pencils or this book, hopefully it makes you think, actually I want to go and colour something. That's my aim really, isn't to necessarily always show you exactly how to do things, but to just inspire you to go and do a little bit of colouring, because it's just so relaxing and fun, I think anyway. I hope most people do too. Right, let's go down to the bottom of this bit. Yeah, I know there are people that don't enjoy, but I think even if you're doing something else that's creative, it's brilliant for you. Oh, I can hear my husband and son trying to carry a chair. I helped him up with his computer. I said, there's no way I can do the chair. It's a much more awkward shape, you know, and going up the spiral stairs was something, it was hard enough with the computer, but we managed it, we found a way. But I've actually hurt my leg. It was weird because you expect, you know, carrying something heavy, it's going to be your back, maybe, or on my prolapse. I was looking after that very well, it was fine. But I pulled a muscle above my knee. It's not very sore. I'm absolutely fine. It's better now, really. It was just like, what? What have I done? It's funny, but it's just a bit strange. But my knee's been a little bit sore because, what was it I was moving? Oh, I was helping him when he was sort of clearing out things in his room, and we had to move a really heavy bookcase, and I pushed it with my knee to move it, which is much safer, I find, because it bruises my knee. It's still bruised, but it doesn't give me any muscular damage or risk hurting my, you know, causing my prolapse to do anything horrible or anything like that. So it's all good. So yeah, we're all good. I'm happy. I can cope with the bruise. It doesn't even hurt very much until I cross my legs and then go, ooh, I've got bruised on my knee. But anyway, right, where are we now? I've lost myself. I stopped to rub my eye, and I'm going back up here. I'm hoping you can still see. So what I'm doing with this really is these little round ones that are on this long stem, I'm sort of just doing them at the point where they touch the stem, but everything else I'm just putting a dark bit at the bottom. And I feel like it's just lifting it a little bit, making it look just a little bit more interesting. Oh, I'm probably going a bit too far across. Let's have a look. Yeah, a little bit more interesting, a little bit, you know, not too much, so much the same all the time, and that sort of thing. It doesn't really take that long. You know, I'm not, I should say to bang. I think we're all right. Oh, right. I'm going to do this bottom bit first because then I can sort of push it up, and then I think we'll have everything in shot that's left. We'll see. Now you can fiddle around with lots of different colours, make this, you know, all the leaves slightly different, use lots of different shades, use some browns, that sort of thing, but you know. Oh, let's do a few bits up here, but my aim is to try and keep it a little bit simple but still pretty, and I'm hoping that that's what I'm going to achieve. Now I think I should be able to move it down a tad. I think we might see most of the bit we haven't done now. So I'm trying to fade it a bit through, so not just a sort of lump of colour, but fade it. Yeah, it was a tennis match I was going to watch this afternoon, but I guess fortunately for, in a way, well, one of the people in it decided to pull out because she had a bit of a niggling injury and thought that she was better to save herself, not risk, you know, making it a lot worse. So she pulled out, so that match isn't happening. So yeah, it means that I haven't got a match to watch, but I was going to watch it while I was editing this video, but I'm sure I can find something else to do. I don't have to watch anything. I expect there's some football on, but I can't remember who's playing today. England are playing tomorrow evening. This sort of dates the video really, because well, I suppose they might be playing tomorrow evening. Regardless, right, I'm going to come out a little bit so you can see the full effect of that. Now, there are a couple of things you can do here. I know I'm not showing you the whole picture. You can leave it like that, or you can put some yellow, excuse me, on the lighter bits of the leaves to brighten them slightly. Now, I think I'm going to do that to some extent. So I'm going to grab this colour. This one I also think goes well with green. It is the cadmium yellow lemon yellow. Cadmium yellow lemon, sorry, can't speak. And I'm going to put a little bit of this on the very tip of each leaf, and I'm going to go through this really quickly and just put a tiny bit on the tip of each, and I'll probably miss quite a few because I'm going so fast, but the idea is just to do a little bit to make each shiny. We haven't done our shoes. Still haven't done our shoes. Why haven't we done our shoes yet? Why haven't you told me? I shall blame you. You can't defend yourself. You didn't remind me. You probably did in the comments, but I haven't read them because the video hasn't gone out yet. So I'm just gonna add this little yellow bit, and you might think that's not really making any difference. You might be right, you might decide not to bother. It's completely up to you. As I say so many times, you know, it's your picture, your decision, your time as well. So I've got another planner page to do after this. I think I can't decide what to do for it because I've already done it as a video. This is where I start getting a little bit stuck. What can I do? It's a bit, firstly, it's a picture that's really detailed and it's been shrunk down, and that makes it a bit of a challenge for me. Quite a few of them are like that though, aren't they? And I've done it before. I mean, I did it in pastel colours before, so I can do it in brights or normal colours, whatever you might call it. So that will be a bit different. You see, I'm not really being very accurate in them. I might have missed a few. I'm not that worried. Just there we go. Right, her shoes. Let's come in closely. Two teeny shoes. I'm gonna do them in, should we do them in violet or black? I don't really want to do them in black, so I'm gonna do them in mauve, because that's violet. I meant mauve. I don't know why I said violet. Now look almost black. I'm just gonna block them in. I'm not gonna do anything too much with them. There we go. It may be that she's supposed to be wearing a dress and bare legs and feet. But anyway, she's not. Now, let's have a look. Now, what have we got left? Well, we've got all this leafage, because that's what it's called, around the edge. Now, I think I'm going to do a similar thing to what I did with our sphere, and colour it all in a base colour to start with. I'm really tempted to use the similar colours, but instead of the May green, I shall use the earth green yellowish. Again, it's really running out, and I'm going to go over the whole lot with this and try not to go out the lines. And then I will add some other colours. I don't know if I want the stem to be brown, because it looks like it could be a branch, but I feel like it's going to look better in a green. I mean, we've obviously got some brown in the picture already, so it's not going to be completely out of place, but I sort of feel that I just want it green. But, you know, you could do it brown if you want, but that isn't what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling it. In fact, I might make the leaves darker down the stem, possibly. I'm sort of pondering as I go. I sometimes think it's quite useful for me to ponder out loud, tell you what I'm thinking about as I'm colouring, you know, that how I'm sort of deciding on choices, you know. So I'm also semi-thinking about the background as well. I think I know what I'm going to do for that. But, I mean, you could leave it plain. Or, you know, this is what I'm thinking in my head. I could leave it plain. Or I could, I don't know what that is. I could just colour the border and leave the inside white. I don't think I want to do that though, because it looks like it's you know, we're in the sky. So I feel like we need a sky. But I could use my cloud template and just do a little bit of blue clouds, or I could do a different colour of clouds. I could do grey sky. I could just get some pastel and just splodge on some blue bits. There's a lot of options, isn't there? What I think I'm going to do though is when I finish doing this basic layer, I'm going to stop for today, because I think with the background as well, it's going to take us a fair bit of time. I'm trying to keep these to be shorter videos for my sort of morning video, which is a bit shorter normally. So I'm thinking I can do another one. I think otherwise I'm just going to be rushing too much and thinking about, you know, I don't want to make it too long because it needs to be the same length as the rest and all that sort of thing. You know, I don't want to be rushing. So we'll leave it. I'm expecting actually a couple of new things to show you soon. Well, you would have already seen them thinking about it. I'm doing my morning videos a little bit in advance, and getting my planners done in advance because I know what I'm doing with those, and then I can just slot in videos in the afternoons a little bit. That's my plan anyway. And then I can get ahead, but not so ahead that it's sort of out of date. Because if someone sends me something, for example, which happened the other day, it took me ages to be able to slot in the video because I had so much stuff done in advance. And it's lovely having things done in advance, but I thought if I get a bit more organised with my advanced videos and do mornings and Monday, you know, and planners, because the planners always have to go in the same slot. That's my rule for myself. And the Monday afternoon, and then however many afternoons it takes to finish it. So I can do those, and the mornings are shorter, so I can get those done and get lots done, which would be nice. And then I can slot in afternoon videos. And if I don't get time to make them, because I get with the builder, with the plumber in, making noise. Husband's just told me he's having the first 2 weeks of July off on holiday. All sorts of things going on. Then I can just give you in the afternoon a link to an old video or something. And I would rather make a video if I can. But if I can't, then at least I've got something fresh for you each day. And the planner's done as well, which is the important thing, I think. So we'll just see what happens, how the time pans out. Right, I'm going to end it there for today. So it's a little bit scruffy, mine is. Yours might be a lot neater, but we've made some progress, I think. I'm pleased with what we've done, and we'll finish it off in the next session. So thank you for watching today. Hope you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.